The subtitle of the book Drop into Genius is Reclaim Your Brilliance, which is probably the signature of this entire book and probably most accurately focused in this seventh chapter, where I pose the question, can you accelerate your learning of anything? You see, learning is something that we're born into the world doing naturally. We're all naturally accelerated learners. We learned to walk, we learned to speak our language long before going to school. And yet when we get to school, we start accepting the idea of failing to learn. Failing to learn in a traditional educational model doesn't mean that you're a failure at learning. And yet so many people accept this idea that, well, I'm no good at math, I'm no good at art, I'm no good at science, I just don't get the English language very well. There's no way that I could acquire a language, new language, this late in life. All of these kinds of myths that we accepted generally start from this idea that when we tried to learn something and we failed to learn it, instead of finding a new strategy, a new way to learn something, we learned to fail most successfully for years and years to come. So this chapter really opens us to new ways of learning, really accessing that accelerated learner that's within us so that we can accelerate and access information of the world to help us activate the full potential that's within us. You're going to learn to use all of your sensory systems. You're going to be able to empower your learning, speed it up, and increase the retention of new information that you get. Overcome barriers and blocks to learning. You're going to be able to improve your memory, gain greater fluency in new languages that you acquire, and increase your creativity as well. Like I say, if there is any part of my life's work that would be considered the signature of my life's work, it would be in this area of accelerated learning. And as a culminating chapter, it sends us off into the world saying, this book, Drop into Genius, is the beginning of a new way of thinking about the brilliance that's within you, the true genius that's ready to serve you and give you access to the full power and potential that you're here in the world to manifest, to exhibit, to express the magnificence that you are.